Hello folks, welcome to another round of Modern. We have Kevin Good on Blue-White Hammer Time versus Chaz Hinkle playing Yorion Elementals, and by Elementals I mean 4-color Blink. I think that gets updated in a little bit. He's not on Risen Reef today. He's on, I believe, Fable of the Mirror Breaker was his like Risen Reef style card. Like value engine, because you can just on the backside, Reflections of Kiki Jiki, just start flickering your elementals whenever you need them to. And by flickering, I mean creating copies of them, and that's pretty gosh darn good, folks. Kevin leading on a Hollowed Fountain into an Esper Sentinel. Two really good cards, and by really good cards, I mean one of them is a land, so lands are always good. And Esper Sentinel is just honestly a really good one-drop. It's not the greatest one-drop in the set. It's probably the third best, but it's still pretty damn powerful. Chaz is going to lead with a Steam Vent, or a Fetch, Shock, into a Ragavan, Nimble Pilfer, arguably the best one-drop in Modern Horizons 2. Depending on how you feel about Dragon's Rage Chandler, that might be number one in your heart. Kevin is going to tap for a white here, play a Sigarda's Aid, and just slaps out a hammer already. Sigarda's Aid is going to equip the Colossus Hammer to the Esper Sentinel, and he's going to attack in for 11. Nothing like a turn 2 attack for 11 damage. Hammer Time's in an interesting spot. So, the deck pre-Luris ban, I felt like was more of a combo deck. They were like all in on like, I'm going to turn 2 kill you, blah 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 blah. Hyper focused on like the combo aspect. Nowadays I feel like it's a bit more mid-rangey with the blue-white splash. You're playing stuff like Nettle Cyst, you're back to playing Culture Complete. I mean, they can still race you, right? So there's a Teferi time rival here. I think Kevin is missing his Esper Sentinel trigger, but it's all good. Teferi is going to -3 bounce the the artifact, the Esper Sentinel to Kevin's hand. It is an artifact. All right, I'm gonna play a Plains. Kevin should just pass the turn, honestly. Make a construct during Chaz's end step, and then he has the ability to on the the Urza Saga trigger, or he can play 2 creatures. That also works. He can he can tap it for colorless, go and fetch a hammer or a Shadow Spear and just equip it. I wonder what the last card in his hand is. Chaz doesn't seem to have a white source. Oh, okay, no, he has a Mystery Reinforced. It will mean he has to go to 3 life, but he can go get white mana if he needs to. There's a couple different lines that he could do here. Attacking in with Ragavan. Kevin just automatically says it's good. Gonna go to 14. Chaz is gonna make a treasure token. Exiling not a card that he can cast from the top of the deck. Alright, Teferi's going to uptick here. Gonna play up the Mystery Reinforced as our land for turn. He's going to fetch. We're at 5 right now. I imagine he's gonna shock, or at least go get like a tapped shock land / Triome. Grabbing an island or a forest here doesn't seem like the greatest play. I could be wrong though. Chaz does play this deck a lot more than I do, so. Alright, goes against a Hollowed Fountain, shocking and going down to 3. This is where Kevin draws, plays a mountain, and bolts him. Wouldn't that be a turn of events? Is Fable of the Mirror Breaker, is that 1 red pip or 2? think it's just one. Is it 2 colorless and a red? Or 2 generic and a red? Alright, 3 mana, go to play out another Time Raveler. Going to get a draw trigger off the Esper Sentinel. Opts to bounce the Giver of Runes instead of the Sigarda's Egg. I guess the idea is he wants to ephemerate the Ragavan, that way he can block something. But Kevin just gets Shadow Spear here. It should be game over. Alright, he's going to make a construct. Gets a Colossus Hammer, attaches it to the Esper Sentinel. He's going to go to combat. Going to ephemerate the Ragavan. Kevin will trigger his Esper Sentinel. He's going to get the draw card. Chaz cannot pay the 11. Cool. And he's going to block. And Chaz is going to scoop it up. Kevin is going to take game 1, and we'll be right back with game 2, folks. And we're back with game 2. We have Chaz fetching out a Sacred Foundry here. Probably going to play a Ragavan. It seems like the turn 1 play of choice. There it is. Isn't that really nice full art Ragavan for Modern Horizons 2? Card, honestly, for a while, I was a big fan of the original art. I was like, I don't know what it was about it. I think I liked the fact that you could see the pirate ship, and I was like, this is cool, pirate monkey. But the full art has grown on me, and it is just, in my opinion, the better art. At least to me. But alright, so Kevin is going to fetch out a Plains and play a Giver of Runes, affectionately referred to as Stepmom. Because she's not quite Mother of Runes, but she's there. I'll tell you what, though, that second point of toughness can be really annoying. She is a 1-2. Alright, Prismatic Ending on the Giver of Runes. That means Ragavan's going to be able to connect. Tack it in for 2. Kevin's going to do 17. Revealing a Windswept Heath, a card that cannot be played off of Ragavan. Alright, plays a tapped Capture a Triumph and passes the turn. It's interesting that Chaz is playing Ragavan. I feel like I don't follow the 4-color builds as often as I probably should, considering it's more than likely the best deck in the format. I don't know, man. I do not. Something about the deck. I own it. It's not the most fun thing for me to play. But, as I was saying, I don't know if they're all still on Ragavan or not. I know for a while they had dropped Ragavan in favor of more, like, just other things. I mean, Rags is still good if it gets your engine going. I wonder if it's, like, specifically matchup-based where Ragavan is better than, like, Risen Reef is. But, alright, going to use 2 mana and 1 of the treasures to buy Yorion, put it in hand. Alright, there's a Sigarda's Aid coming out. Tax in for 2, going to 13. Going to reveal what looks like a Nettle Cyst. That is, in fact, a Nettle Cyst. Fantastic card. Honestly, really big fan. I managed to, we had a 1K style event. It's not a 1K, but it was a 1K. Or, you know what I mean. Where we called it the Hidetsugu Showdown, where we gave out the Neon Promo Hidetsugu WPN cards. That's why it like wasn't a 1K, but it was kind of a 1K. It was a bigger event. We had 41 people. I played in that, and I managed to kill. Or at one point, I played Murktide. I managed to kill my opponent with their own Nettle Cyst, which was or their Germ token. They had control of the Nettle Cyst, but it was beautiful. It's a great time. We will have footage of that event coming up within the next week or so. I need to find time to actually commentate and edit it. All right. Kevin has played Ace Stoneforge Mystic is going to go get a Cauldron Compleat or Complete. I don't know how it's pronounced. He's going to get the big bad Bionicle. The cool interaction between Nettle Cyst and Ragavan is that as Ragavan hits and creates treasures, it does grow the Nettle Cyst because it's artifacts and enchantments. Also, you get to, like, if you have Utopia Sprawl or Abundant Growth, you get to make it bigger with that too, which is kind of cute. Unforeseen interactions, things that I have not thought about. Alright, it's going to go to combat here, attacking in for 2 with the Ragavan, and then it's going to be 3 off the Germ token. Cool. Getting some combat damage in. We're activating Stoneforge Mystic, going to play Cauldron Complete. There's the Germ token. Kevin lovingly gave the Germ token to Chaz. And now he has to use his own backwards token. This is what you get for doing the nice thing, Kev. I'll tell you what, Chaz's Blink deck is a lot prettier than mine. His bolts are cool. His bolts, his ephemerates. There's definitely, yeah. I'm trying to think. I know I have the basic ephemerates. I was gonna play the deck for FCG Pittsburgh, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy all the nice stuff for it. First off, I didn't play it in Pittsburgh. I don't know. I chickened out. I was like, I don't want to shuffle 80 cards all day. I do not have the hands for that. I'm not a true champion. But Ephemerate, the Japanese alt art's like $10, and I was like, I don't want to spend $40 for Ephemerates. Because I knew there was a chance that I just wouldn't play the deck. He's got the pretty Solitudes too. Actually, I think all of his elementals are borderless. If he can play the borderless version, I feel like he is. Or the full art, extended, however they refer to them as, showcase. Other card games would just refer to it as a full art. But alright, big attack coming in here. Did not see what Ragavan hit. I'm surprised he didn't block something with the Cauldron. Did the Germ token? Oh, the Germ token got solituded. Duh. My brain, folks, my brain does not work so good sometimes. Which you would know if you've ever seen me play Magic. Alright, Chaz is going to tap 5 here. Looks like he's going to cast Yorion, and I think that's like the concession point. I don't think there's any way for Kevin to come back here. Which he seems to agree with and is going to scoop it up. So Chaz is going to take game 2, and we'll be right back with game 3, folks. And we are back with Game 3. Kevin's going to lead on a Hallowed Fountain and an Esper Sentinel, looking a lot like Game 1 right here. I see the Ragavan in Chaz's hand, too. Boom. It's just Game 1 all over again. I changed the game score and the clock, and I just decided to run it back now. He fetches the Steam Vents. Oh shit, that's what he did last time. Alright. Hallowed Fountain. Now if Kevin goes... was it Urza Saga? Yeah. Because Urza Saga Cigar is a Colossus Hammer. As a silent clearing. Interesting. I guess he's playing it for... Huh. Is it just... I mean, you can sack it, draw a card, and then I guess the extra color pip on Prismatic Ending? Does he play Prismatic Ending? Alright, so it gets a college complete here. I think the idea is that Kevin just wants to bash face as much as possible. Attacking in for 1. Now Chaz has to debate if he wants to trade the Ragavan for the Esper Sentinel, which I feel like is probably the play. Though he does get a seemingly free attack off. Yeah, I was like, Ragavan gets to attack next turn, because Kevin's not going to put the Stoneforge Mystic in front of it if he wants a Cauldron complete. Chaz reading the wall of text on Cauldron, which is very understandable. If you've ever played with Cauldron or have played against Cauldron, it's just got so much, it has so many goddamn keywords on it. It has so much go. 5/5, indestructible, haste, first strike, and then if it does damage to a creature, exile that creature. But interestingly, if it kills the creature, like, I don't know, if something blocks it and Cauldron just kills the creature, it won't exile it, because the creature will die to state-based effects first, before the effect will trigger, but then state-based actions will happen, and then it'll resolve. Which was interesting. It makes sense, but yeah. I think we're deliberating here on what land we want to play for turn. I think he has a Besiege, Temple Garden. Alright. Going to tap Temple Garden and go. Alright, Kevin's going to put a Silent Clearing into play. Playing 2 Silent Clearings. I wonder, are there any black cards in this sideboard? Or is this just, is there not a blue-white Horizon land? Maybe there isn't. Well, there's Horizon Canopy. Is there really not the rest of the cycle? I know the enemy ones have one, because that came out in Modern Horizons 1. Folks, let me know down in the comments, did they never finish the Horizon cycle? Canopy Land cycle? What is the name of the cycle? Alright, Kevin's going to attack in for 5 here. With that, Cauldron complete. It also has haste. I don't know if I said that part earlier. One of the many keywords on it. And it has trample. Like, it just has so many damn keywords on it. It's also indestructible, and it gives indestructible to the thing it's equipped to. So much text. Alright, so Chaz took the damage, and he's going to force a Vigor in the end step here on the Esper Sentinels. Kevin's going to trigger both of them. The question is, does Chaz pay 2 for this? Because he can pay 1 for 1. Then he has to sack the treasure for the other one, and I don't know if that's something he wants to do. Like, he definitely pay one of them. Alright, he's going to pay for both of them. Not letting Kevin draw any cards here. Pitching that gorgeous Eternal Witness. Draws for turn. Picks up a Lightning Bolt. Not bad. Does not deal a college complete, though. Attacks in for 2. Kevin's going to go to 11. Flipping what looked like an Arid Mesa. There is a treasure. Alright, please besiege you as land for turn. Buys Yorion. Bolts the Stoneforge Mystic. And passes it her. It's not a bad turn for Chaz at all. There's an Urza Saga coming out. Going to tap 1 for Shadow Spear. Going to pay 1 life and 2 mana to equip that Shadow Spear to the Germ. And it's going to attack in for 6 here with Trample and Lifelink. And a ton of other keywords. So Kevin's going to go to 17, Chaz is going to go to 5. Ooh, is that a March of Otherworldly Light in his hand? That's really strong, actually. Alright, hits Cigar to Sade off the Ragavan. Kevin's going to 15. I think. Alright, so we see Supreme Verdict March and Ephemerate. I can't see what the 4th card is. Question is, do you just march the Germ token here? Or do you wait for Kevin to, like, try and... Oh, it's Yorion, I'm dumb. Or do you wait for Kevin to, like, get a little greedy? Alright, so marches it. Actually, it's probably correct to march during your turn there, because if you give him the draw, he could find Blacksmith. You could try and find Blacksmith skill, which I'm pretty sure gives the targeted thing Hexproof. I should know, my coworker plays it against me all the time. And as I play decks with lots of removal, it can be quite annoying. Alright, uses that Arid Mesa to fetch out a basic Plains. Alright, here comes our Reality Chip. I'm going to pass the turn. Reality Chip lets Kevin look at the top card of his deck at any time, and if it is equipped to a creature, you can play cards off the top of your library, including lands. I mean, you're 1 land for turn, but it's a cool card. It's an 0/4 also, so it blocks Ragavan forever. Alright, Ragavan's going to block it, or get blocked. We are debating on what to do here. Kevin can make a construct here, and then make a second construct during his turn. I don't know if the constructs matter. I think you just make construct at the end of Chaz's turn, untap, and then float the mana, go and get insert artifact here, and then equip the Shadow Spear to the construct, and then it should be big enough, even if, like, Chaz ephemerates their Ragavan again. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Should be exactly lethal. Alright, play second Ragavan. Make it a construct. Taking 2 damage to make that construct, but make it a construct. Alright, make it another construct. But that's also doable, because he still has the 2 mana to equip the Shadow Spear. It's a Pithing Needle. I imagine we're naming Teferi Time Raveler, Ren and 6, one of the two. And then equipping the Shadow Spirit to the one that can attack. And that's going to be the match. Alright, folks. Kevin takes it 2-1 with Blue-White Hammer against 4-color Yorion Blink. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.